It is a pleasure that you are with me again. I hope you and your pet are well. Today we will talk about the following. Is your dog fat, skinny, or the perfect weight? Let's start. It is our duty to keep our dog in the best possible health. That means making sure he's the perfect weight. Of course, there are fluctuations in body weight just like in humans. But dogs have healthy weight ranges that we should always keep in mind when caring for them. How can you determine if your dog is at the ideal weight? Is there a way to observe it if you can't constantly measure it? You can, and I'll show you how. 1. Why does your dog's weight matter? To keep your dog happy and healthy, body weight is a very important factor. More than you probably think. It is not entirely true that a dog will eat itself to death. He has a concept of being full. For the most part, though, dogs do better with regimented meal times rather than nibbling all day. However, it depends on your dog's specific eating habits. 2. What if your dog is obese? Obesity in dogs is an epidemic. Obesity in dogs is also much more common than underweight problems. It is rare for an owner to accidentally starve their dog. But overfeeding is dangerous. Start by giving your dog leftovers from your own food. Then you introduce more treats to make your dog feel even more loved. It all adds up. That's why it's essential to feed your dog the right amount based on his size and activity levels. Obesity in dogs can cause hypertension, diabetes, bladder stones, osteoarthritis, heart disease, increased risk of cancer. 3. What if your dog is underweight? This is relatively rare in owned dogs. Malnutrition is more common in strays or abused dogs. Underweight problems also occur in dogs with health problems. Weight loss could be a sign that your dog has an underlying ailment, such as kidney or liver failure. If your dog is underweight, he may suffer from weakened immune system, loss of muscle strength, excessive tremors from being cold, skin conditions, weakened bones, hormonal disorders, reduced mobility. 4. How can you tell if your dog is underweight or overweight? Your vet will have a scale with which to measure your dog's weight. It will be specific to race, age, and gender. There are 2 scales. 1 to 5 and 1 to 9. Most vets prefer the 1 to 9 scale, so we'll use it today, and it's as follows. 1 of 9 emaciated. You can tell if your dog is emaciated if his ribs, spine, and pelvic bones are very visible. They clearly stand out from the skin. The skin appears fine and delicate. There is a loss of muscle mass. The waist is very defined with a severe lack of abdomen. 2 of 9 very fine. The waist is still very defined with a severe lack of abdomen. However, there is less loss of muscle mass than the previous category. The ribs, spine, and pelvic bones are visible but do not protrude as much. 3 of 9 slim. If your dog is skinny, his ribs, spine, and pelvic bones will be easy to feel and somewhat easy to see. He will also have a severe lack of abdomen and the waist will be very defined. 4 of 9 underweight. Your dog is underweight if you can easily feel his ribs, spine, and pelvic bones. However, you cannot see these bones from the surface of his skin. The waist is obvious but not as severe as the previous categories. 5 of 9 ideal weight. Your dog is at an ideal weight if you can feel his ribs, spine, and pelvic bones under a thin layer of fat. The lack of abdomen and waist is easy to see but is not severe. 6 of 9 overweight. If your dog is overweight, there will be a thicker layer of fat over the ribs, spine, and pelvic bones. You can still feel them, but the layer of fat makes it more difficult. The waist is also more gradual and curved. 7 of 9 heavy. Ribs are covered in a thick layer of fat, making them much harder to feel. You may need to apply some pressure to feel the ribs, spine, and pelvic bones. You can't see them at all. Can't see a waist. 8. Obese. Your dog is considered obese if you have to apply extreme pressure to feel his ribs, spine, and pelvic bones. They are covered in a thick layer of fat. There is no abdomen or waist at all. This gives them a sausage shape. 9 of 9 severely obese. Your dog is considered severely obese if you can feel his ribs, spine, or pelvic bones at all, even with extreme pressure. The fat layer is too thick. His waist juts out, giving them a round appearance. The belly is rounded down, so there is no abdomen. Take care of your dog's weight. So now you can identify where your dog may be on the weight scale. You can better take care of his overall health. If your dog is chronically underweight, it could be a sign of a health problem, so it's generally best to consult a veterinarian before starting any weight gain program. Would you like to have more information, videos, consultations, and professional help for your pet? Visit the website below. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, comment, and share the video. You are very well, thank you.